Hey, what's up? Me, Monet or Bree here to do another general video. And yes, I know this is video number 3 for today. And but I just have, a lot of things on my mind and I just have a lot of things to say. And then I said that today was the day. So now here I am making, another video, and I still might make more after this one, but I'm not really sure yet. But in this video, I'm not sure, exactly how long it's going to be or if it really will be long or anything. But, I'm just going to, basically say what comes to mind. And actually, for a quiet person, I can have a tendency of rambling on when it comes to me making videos. So we're just gonna, see how this goes. But in this video, I definitely want to be talking about how, like the title says, just certain things just boggle my mind. And, I was speaking to a family member yesterday, and then just sometimes, but even more often, like lately, including yesterday, that I've, just been, having these thoughts and feelings, to myself about how just certain things boggle my mind. For example, the family member that I was talking to yesterday, I told him that I just don't understand how I'm just so disliked so much. Like, I understand that it's just inevitable that that not everyone is gonna like you, and I mean that's okay. That's okay. I'm not the type of person, well, I am now, I didn't used to always be like this, but I'm the type of person now that I actually am most definitely okay if not every single person in the whole world likes me. I'm not a people pleaser. I'm not politically correct, stuff like that. I just am who I am unapologetically, and, I have my beliefs and things like that. And, I'm just me and I'm just myself, and I'm not afraid to show it and tell it and live it. And of course I do it in a humble way, in a confident way as well. But at the same time, it's so very frustrating for me personally when it seems like a lot of the time, probably 98% of the time, it seems like, to me, in my opinion, it may not be exactly that much, but it sure feels like it, that 98% of the time people are just so quick to dismiss me, quote unquote, and be judgmental and not give me a chance. And I know a lot of that comes from the way that I look, but it's how could you not like this face? I mean, it may not be perfect. I may have a few bumps, or blemishes and things like that, but I take care of myself, and I wash myself up, I clean myself, I wash my face, do all that normal stuff that I'm supposed to do when it comes to grooming yourself and taking care of yourself every single day. And then as long as I do that, and then also with me being fearfully and wonderfully made in in God's, perfect image, which is something that I really truly do believe and live by and stand by. I'm not just saying that, even though that really is in the Bible, but I'm not just saying that just to say that. I really do believe that. So I most definitely don't think I'm ugly or anything, but the thing is, a lot of other people do. And I've even been called ugly by quote unquote family members, or people who are supposed to love me, and then quote unquote maybe not friends, but people that I thought were cool with or whatever, but apparently just was not. And I don't know, so that's one thing. And then in one of my other videos that I was talking about today, a lot more lately about, how I walk, and, also kind of my hair. Now the hair thing, it doesn't frustrate me as much as the other two, but it does frustrate me because it's I'm not gay, I'm not. And, just some other things. And honestly, anyone who knows me, they know that I am one of the most nice and kind people. Well, I am now. Once again, I wasn't always like this. I used to be a brat. I guess that's just the best way for me to put it, and I wish I could use a stronger word, because even though I'm talking about myself, I don't feel like brat is a strong enough word of how I used to be. But I'm not gonna like call myself out of my name either, so I'm not using that other B word either. I'm not gonna do that. But I don't think brat is a strong enough word. But for lack of a better term, brat is what I was what I used to be. But now, because of the grace and mercy of God, and the Holy Spirit, working in me and being in me and with me, I'm just a much better person now. I'm way more nice and way more kind. And that's my other thing. I prefer kind over nice, even though both are good. But I feel like being nice is just more of like in the moment, and because you're like acting pleasant towards someone because they're acting pleasant towards you. But being kind is like how you act towards others, to me, in my opinion, despite how they feel about you, how they treat you. Like, that's being kind. Like, even if they're negative and gossiping, or whatever it is they're doing, and you choosing to like consciously like not stoop to their level, and just other things like that. Like, to me, in my opinion, that's what being kind is. So I don't think there's anything wrong with being nice. So I am nice, but I'm also kind, and I feel like I'm more kind than nice. But anyway, it's just so frustrating to me. I would do anything for anybody, just about, and even for people that won't do the same thing for me. I know the Bible says, bless those who persecute you. And then, of course, there's a whole bunch of, other good Bible verses, but, that's one of them. Love your enemies, bless those who persecute you. And, the list goes on and on and on. And once again, because I am a legit, daughter of God, those are my beliefs. Those are things that I, like, stand by and live by, like, literally down to the T, like every single day. But still trying to have a healthy balance between doing that, but also not being like a pushover or doormat either. But I don't know, it's just really frustrating. Like, I just can't wrap my head around it, and that's probably my problem a little bit, me trying to understand. But I'm human, and it's like I want to understand. Once again, I'm not the type of person where I have to have every single person like me. I mean, not everyone's gonna like me, that's fine, but it just seems like I keep, running into people that just constantly don't like me, and a lot of the time it's like people don't even give me a chance, once again, because of the way my face looks, and because I'm like too dark and ugly. And that's a whole nother thing with me being black too. I don't really want to get into that too much, but just because me being black, like, white girls don't really have to go through that. And like I said, the way I walk, or because I'm too white, because I'm very articulate when I talk, but me being a black person, I'm not supposed to like talk this proper, quote unquote, so to speak. And then also because of like the music I listen to, and I listen to like all kinds of music. I listen to Christian music, but I also like, not love, but I like country music, and I love like rock and grunge and alternative and heavy metal. I would say grunge and heavy metal the most, but like I like all those different subgenres of rock, and like also like classic rock as well. And me, quote unquote, being a black person, I'm not supposed to like rock music. I mean, that's white people music. And like me, well, I don't listen to Slayer anymore, but I know I talked about them in one of my other videos. Can't remember which one though, but Slayer. Me being black, I'm not even supposed to know who Slayer is, because that's white people music, and it's just for white people. I mean, that's just quote unquote how it is. That's what society says. At least that's my personal experience. Maybe some other black people haven't had that negative experience before. I mean, I really don't care. I mean, I don't listen to Slayer anymore because of like a personal conviction for like religious and spiritual reasons, but still, me just knowing who they are, like, well, I don't see what the big deal is. And then trying to think of some other things, like also like my hair, for example, because it's rainbow colored. And once again, like dyeing your hair like all these crazy colors. I mean, it's okay for a white girl to do it, but I'm black, so, and because I have my hair rainbow, I'm not black enough. I mean, for black people, and if black girls like me dye their hair, I feel like society think it's appropriate if you dye your hair like red or like blonde, maybe orange, but a black girl who dyes her hair green, like other people that are just ignorant are just like, I don't know, they're just ignorant. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. But, you know, like I said, I got all the colors. So, but like I said, I'm not afraid to like be myself, you know, or express myself, and like, this is who I am. This is not like for show or for attention, you know, or for anything like that. Like, it never has been, it never will be. So it's just frustrating, and it's just something I'm very confused about, and I'm just praying that God will bring me, you know, I mean, I kind of do have friends, but like, I'm still praying for like some other friends as well, because I just have a desire to have more friends, and that along with the new friends that come along eventually, and the old friends that, you know, here and there that I hang out with them, and, you know, just having developed relationships and things like that. But it's just like, it's like I try and try and try, and it's like I keep getting like, you know, dismissed or like stood up or whatever. And I guess I should say like dismissed, at least in quotes, because I mean, it's their loss, not mine. Like, if people like really got to take the time to know me, they would realize how much of a wonderful person I am. And like I said, I would do anything for anybody. And I'm the type of person, I did Habitat for Humanity, like when I was back in college twice on spring break, and I did it by choice. I did March for Life. I did Tent City. That was another thing I did back in college, where I like did a march for the homeless. And I did some other, you know, nice things in college, and, you know, like volunteering at like animal shelters and stuff like that. I did stuff like that. I, you know, volunteered in soup kitchens and stuff. And like I said, literally all this stuff is by choice, not like some community service type punishment or anything like that. And I wasn't forced or anything like that. So, like I said, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. So I just like really had to make this video, because I just have some things, you know, on my mind, and just some things that are in me that I just like really need to like spew out, and just a whole like lot of things that just like need to come out of me. And I hope that, you know, eventually one day, you know, at least one person like comments on this video, and, you know, we can, you know, have a conversation, because like it would just really be nice to like bond with some people, and, you know, connect with some people, and, you know, speak with people that can, you know, relate to this type of stuff. And it's like, I got like all this stuff going for myself. And another thing is, if people like knew some of the contacts on my phone, and no, I'm not going to say who, of course not, I'm not going to reveal who those people are, but I bet you if you knew some of the people that, you know, I'm connected to, you would, some of these people would want to be my friend then, but they would want to be my friend because of who I'm associated with still, not me. I mean, depending on the person. I don't want to just say that about, you know, every single person, but depending on the person, probably more people than not, they just would all of a sudden, you know, want to quote unquote get to know me because of who I know, but not know me. I mean, but I'm just saying, it's just, I just don't understand. And then another thing that I was talking about to the family member that, you know, I was talking to over the phone yesterday, there's this church I used to go to, like, back when I was still living in Ohio. And I think that was the last church I attended before the one church here in Texas, before I stopped going to that church. But anyway, there was this pastor who got, like, caught for, like, doing, like, all this, like, explicit, like, sexual stuff with minors in, like, hotel rooms and stuff like that. And I guess he's been doing it for, like, some years and years. And the wife of the pastor knew. And, I mean, she knew. And I mean, nothing was really done, you know, until they got caught. And at this church, like, it was made public, like, it was on the news and everything. And so at the church, it's like, of course people, you know, felt some type of way. But it was like she was so quick to be forgiven, and then, but also here's me, and some people come to find out that, you know, I like and listen to a little bit of secular music, which I am not ashamed of. But they just automatically, you know, dismiss me as a fake Christian, and it's like, I don't know if like anyone is like understanding where I'm like really going with that. It's like people can't forgive me or like dismiss me or can't like hang out with me, talk to me, be around me, whatever, because of me liking some music. But someone can be forgiven, you know, someone who's a first lady at a church, who is a wife to a pastor, who once again did all this inappropriate, horrible, god-awful things to girls who are minors, and she gets forgiven, like, just like that. Oh, that was a bad snap. Just like that. And I'm not saying that, you know, she shouldn't be forgiven. I'm not saying that I'm jealous or anything, because I'm not, but it's like, it's just stuff like that boggles my mind. She can be forgiven for something as major and as crazy as that, because that's a huge thing, especially if you're in the church. But for me, just over some music, and it's not bad music either. I'm talking about artists like Pearl Jam, not NWA. No offense to NWA, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't know, but I mean, but yeah, I just have to get that off my chest. I don't really think I really can think of anything else. So I guess, you know, I'll just, you know, stop here. But anyways, before, you know, I leave and jump off here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe on this video or any of my previous videos, and you'll catch me in the next one. And peace.